Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.
Number one thing I want to tell y'all, brought to you by R&B Roll-Off. One of the things I want to tell you about this little small garbage company that's going to make big waves along with the big boys. They're doing big things because they put service first. Yeah. That's right, they put your needs in front of what they want to do to make you happy.
Absolutely.
I ain't seen that too often. That's why I joined a smaller team, because sometimes the big boys don't always get it right.
That's right.
So the little ones got to come in and show you up.
That's right.
So give them a chance. Go to my website, and I'll be able to show you a little bit more about all what we can do at R&B. That's right.
You know, Jay, people depend on small business. You know, small business is 75% of all business. And so we need your service in the community, and we need your stick-to-itness and get it done right the first time and be able to talk to the leaders. That's very important, man. And you being an owner and a leader in that organization, we have no doubt that you will stand behind what you say you're going to do.
One thing is commitment.
Yeah.
You know, if anybody will listen to Bar Talk with Jay, they can see we're committed.
Yeah.
2 years, September 17th strong.
2 years right here,
Yes.
Bar Talk with Jay. That's
Doing it.
Man. And listen, we have not missed a single
None.
week.
Even when we wasn't here, we still went on.
We still
you know?
made it happen, huh?
Hey,
Yeah.
and you know why?
That's exciting.
That commitment.
That commitment, yeah.
You can't beat that.
Yeah, and I want to tell you a little bit about that commitment, folks. This is Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth J. Smooth J had the vision for this show, and it was an opportunity for us to be leaders in our own community. And of course, we do that by stimulating dialogue. Really, really powerful dialogue that helps everybody grow, make better decisions, maybe learn to be more honest with yourself, figure out how you're going to deal with certain situations in life that are real situations. We are on the edge sometimes of things, but we're having a lot of fun, and we always got respect and love and honor and integrity and all that other stuff, in the airwaves with us. So thank you for being with us tonight. And again, this Bar Talk with Jay, and we want to go ahead and start the night out with a prayer. And would you like to kick that, Jay?
I'm going to go with one, but it's going to be a different kind of prayer. So,
Okay.
So work with me, y'all, because one of the things the good Lord kind of like sent through me, I had many prayers, and I asked the good Lord for a lot of things, and he blessed me.
Yeah.
Abundantly.
Abundantly.
But guess what?
What's that?
Sometimes I didn't question. I didn't really receive it how he gave it to me.
Mm.
So again, I'm asking y'all, a lot of time when you're out there and you're praying, and when you get delivered and it gets to you, understand what's being given. Because I used to come home and rush into the show.
Yeah.
And I talked to Kraft and my man Booby behind the scenes, seeing me. I be in work clothes trying to change real quick for the show.
Right.
And I was like, man, they don't really care about my show. They just want me to do the things I got to do. That's corporate America for you.
Sure.
Now I jumped over here, and I got a situation where I got off early today.
Okay.
And I set up an appointment to visit somebody on my day that I got my show. And I asked to have more time so I wouldn't be stressed.
Right.
I asked for it, and the good Lord gave it to me. And who's playing that crap?
Go ahead.
Me.
Right.
Okay? And I had to sit back, and I'm going to tell you where the other blessing came from.
Yeah.
Was from my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I came in, I talked to my mom, I was like, Mom, I don't believe this. I asked for it, I got it, and then I booby-trapped myself and put somebody in that place that caused me to be pressed for time, and then I called myself complaining. And she said, what you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna stop complaining.
Stop complaining. There you go. Because you got what you asked for.
I surely did.
But now you can ask for something different.
And I can also
Right.
give thanks.
Yes.
Because again, I might not even give thanks because it happened so smoothly. Because
Yeah.
again, it's not always like a bag of money.
Yeah.
I made moves, and it wasn't even an easy move, so I wasn't even thinking about all what he just done for me.
Yeah.
But you gotta stop and give praise.
Yeah.
So a lot of y'all have got blessings and don't even know you got them. I'm saying tonight, bow your heads and thank the Lord above.
Yes.
Because he's blessing you when you least expect it. So again,
Yes.
that's why I said this is going to be a different kind of prayer, because truthfully, I don't know what you prayed for.
Yeah.
But he going to give you what you need, not just what you asked for.
See, there's some key words, man, that you keep stating that, I want you folks in our audience to internalize, embody these ideas. He said, count your blessings, right? That means just to stand still and start to count the things that are blessings in your life. See, sometimes we forget what God gave us. Sometimes we forget how we came up. And when we take time to be in gratitude, we'll be able to recognize and be able to see how the Lord's presence is in our life and how he has come forth and, so to speak, rescued us. I like what you said, ask for it. There are a lot of people not receiving because they're not asking. And that's a principle, that's a universal principle. No matter what faith you believe in, you have to ask in order to receive. And so I'm encouraging you folks to ask more, right? And as you ask more, I promise you, you're going to receive more. And once you receive more, then it is time to give thanks. That's an awesome way to celebrate prayer tonight, man. I'm caught up. I'm ready to.
I know you are.
You know, I'm ready to do a
I
sermon
just
right
didn't want
here,
to
bro.
just give you a regular one.
That's
I want to
powerful.
give you one that relates to you,
Yeah.
where you can absorb it real easy.
Yeah.
Because again, you know, entering this business and being an entrepreneur, I had to change a lot of stuff up.
Yeah.
And I had people that promised me they was gonna come through. Oh man, you doing great things. I got you. They didn't come through.
Yeah.
I ain't even mad at them. But again, at least you let me know a little bit. You didn't leave me hanging.
Yeah.
But as one door closed, the good Lord had somebody else call me up, which was my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You need to sit with me.
There
And
you
I said,
go.
well, I got these processes in place. And that's my brother Mike. And he said, okay, you got some processes in place, but I got some things in place too, because he getting his business together. We need to get together to make sure we on path.
That's a
Because-
blessing right there.
Yes, because I got some things that you might need.
Yes.
And it was
And
the
it's just-
same thing I was asking somebody else for.
It's synchronicity, Jay. I believe, see, no matter which direction you ask for it, it's going to come right here by your side so that you can take part in it and receive it. That's just the way God's blessings come. Man, I got so much I want to say on that because I remember so many times I was in a situation, a circumstance, and I just started asking the Lord for what I wanted.
Mhm.
So many times, man, I'm talking about probably hundreds of times. I've been in these circumstances, these situations, seems like these webs or these roadblocks and these, rejection and all this stuff. And when I start praying over, man, he just opens the doorway so smoothly for me and everything, he is the one to depend on, man, for sure. Let's keep the show moving because we can talk about the Lord all night. We're passionate about the Lord. A recap from last week. Your friend, this is edgy stuff. I told you folks it's going to be edgy, right?
I mean, you talking about the Lord, then you go
Your friends with benefits just recorded you giving oral sex. Okay, this is your spouse, significant other partner. Just recorded you having oral sex on them, right?
Mhm.
Now you're watching the video back, and at the end it cuts off, and the next video that cut on is what's left over on the tape from when they had oral sex with somebody else.
Well,
they didn't erase all the tape.
now again,
They got caught red-handed.
if you
Oh,
didn't have
yeah.
a good conversation with the person,
Okay.
and this is what the new generation with the smash type atmosphere going on,
Right.
it's gonna be hard to be an older person accountable for action like that, and you ain't really sat down and had a conversation.
You gotta have a conversation.
So,
there you go.
with a conversation, you might be able to pop off and say some things and actually hold the person accountable.
Okay.
If that person was a maintenance man, I see y'all use that word so frequently. Oh, he's just my maintenance man.
Yeah,
well,
AP like to use that.
when you got just a maintenance man and you see something like that, you have no reason to question
Right.
what he do.
Right.
When that's all he is to you.
Right.
To me, that ain't what you really want, but
Right.
that's what you play with.
Yeah.
It's a playing game.
And listen, Jay, I thought about over this past week, just kind of recapping the show.
Uh-huh.
I thought about things like if you go over their house and you find some earrings on his dresser, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Or
sir.
you see some perfume, or you find some hair in the bathroom. Or, these are things that insinuate that somebody been there, right?
Kinda obvious.
Yeah, and whether it be on a tape or whether you find some real evidence in your house, if you don't go together and you haven't had a conversation, you can't say nothing about it, bottom line. If you go together and it's your significant other, then timing is the key. You know what I'm saying? Does this happen before us or did it happen since us? And if it happened since us, then it's going to be fire, hell, and brimstone. And we need to get some strength. And I need to get my bags back, right?
And duck.
And
Duck.
I probably need to duck too.
Duck.
But it was a healthy conversation about if you basically discover that you've been cheated on.
Yeah.
And it happens often. Sometimes you end up talking about it with your significant other. Sometimes you just know and you never tell them. And you just carry that in your heart and in your mind for perhaps years at a time that, that person did, have, bring another woman into the house or had sex when they were traveling on the road or the neighbor slipped in. All kinds of wonderful things are happening in the world, Jay.
Hey, they are happening and they're happening.
It's real.
And no one really want to talk about it. And one of the
That's
things I want to
exactly
say to a lot of the ordained people that came at me and said, you getting on the line. On the line is where everybody's at. And my whole thing is to talk to you on the line for you can figure out where you at. For you can figure out where you're going, because it's up to you.
Right.
I don't feel like I should change your life. You would want to change your life for you.
Right.
The better of you. The one thing I will always say, I don't want to be anybody else. I don't. I appreciate what LeBron James has done.
Right.
To Akron, because that's where I came from. But I don't want to be LeBron.
We don't wanna be
I don't
LeBron.
even know how to play basketball like that. Can't even play
Right.
like that. I won't even want to play that game. But I will say, I respect what he's done
Right.
and how he handled himself coming right out of high school into this.
Yeah.
Great.
Right.
All right?
And you can take each of our stories and dissect it exactly like that.
And that's what I love.
Yeah.
To be the best you.
Yeah. Be the best you. That's what we talk about.
So why are we tripping on somebody else? I mean, you ain't even being the best you.
Right.
Quit talking about the next man and grow yourself to be a better man.
There you go.
That right there is a cliche. You can say bar talk with Jay.
That's right. Listen, or a better woman, okay? We don't,
Oh, yeah, we don't discriminate.
We put men and women all in the same
All
box.
that other stuff, we're going to stop right there.
We all
Man
do.
and woman,
Yeah.
can we better ourselves now?
Can we-
Everything else
There you
is y'all
go.
got to follow them two
There
cents
you
right
go.
there.
And here's one of the ways to better ourselves. This is our quote for today. And the barber who could not be with us tonight
Thank you, George.
always puts together some fabulous ideas just for us to talk about and dialogue a little bit here in this first segment. So our quote for today: one of the hardest lessons in life is letting go. Whether it's guilt, anger, love, loss, or betrayal, change is never easy. We fight to hold on, and we fight to let go. I think the key to this whole equation is you got to keep on fighting, but not with the old stuff. Not with the old stuff. Isn't that a powerful lesson? That keeps a lot of people from moving forward because
right.
they're not willing to let go. They're afraid, I can't let this person go because I might not find something better. That's a fear-based consciousness. You're kind of looking at the world like there's nothing good ahead, and you gotta always say the best is yet to come.
But you also can be holding a person stagnant.
Yeah.
By your holding on. And I like to say some of that selfishness. And I had that going on in my life a lot.
Yeah.
Where I put myself in a position where I wasn't in a monogamous relationship, but I had people to care for me. So again, to them, they feel like I'm dragging them along. But one thing I always feel, I don't drag anyone. I enhance. I'm always trying to encourage. And when you got people like that in your life, that's not a hindrance. What's a hindrance is just you and your behavior and what you feel I should be.
Right.
And where you think I'm bigger than what you can ever think because I have so much more in me.
Right.
So don't just put me in a category that I don't fit because I'm going to come out your box.
Right.
Your box don't fit me. But the blessing is I'm going to bless you as I come out your box.
Right.
So just understand I'm not meant maybe just for you or your box, but I can bless you regardless of what you think of me.
There you go. And
that's what I say all day long. Let's just understand where each other lies. And guess who I got in the building?
we got Hollywood.
I know Jamal over there like, oh
Building.
my goodness. Oh my.
How are
AP.
you, girl? You look like it's 9 o'clock in the morning, girl.
No, I'm not on 9. She dressed to impress. I'm just saying. That's that AP for you right there.
Yes, sir.
She make you get
Yes,
closer
sir.
to the mic, get your voice on.
I know.
I'm telling you this. I'll tell you right now. Because she looking for MVP player.
Nah, she keeps the MVP. But,
Yeah. She said that's because the maintenance man is a temporary position. So when y'all come, y'all better come correct.
Hey.
That's why I mentioned my man LeBron James first.
Yeah.
Better know how to play.
Yeah. Listen, let me just
On and off court.
let me just elaborate just a little bit on the quote. One of the hardest lessons in life is letting go, and we've all been in those situations where our heart is so deeply in it and we know that this person is not right for us, this job is not right for us, this house is not right for us, but we sometimes stay in those situations for many years because we are unwilling to let go. And so learning to let go is almost like applied faith. It requires confidence. It requires a deep desire for change. And it's not easy, but it is absolutely necessary in order to be in your best and going to the next levels in your life. If you got a man or a woman in your life that's not treating you right, it's time for change. And you've already known it probably for several months to several years, that you gotta find a way out of the situation. And it means turning your back, but not in a bad way. It's only to protect you. It doesn't mean you don't love the person. It doesn't mean you don't care about their well-being. But when it's time to let go, at the very moment you determine it's time to let go, you are almost like putting yourself in a hole, right? That's a hole that you got to get out of. Hey, I recognize that I'm in the hole. Now I got to get out of it. And so let me start climbing. Let me start reaching. Let me do something different than I've done before, so I can get out of this tangled web that I happen to be in. So that's our quote for today. And Barbara wanted me to spend just a moment on the difference between choice and chance. And I'll just say it as simple as this. Choice is about, there is an A to B, and if you know what B is, then you are making a choice. But if you just wind up somewhere in the universe on some given day, that means you never exercised your choice. You lived by means of chance. And we believe that chance is kind of like the old adage that success is where preparation meets opportunity. Right? So if you are prepared and you're reaching for opportunity, you are probably living more in the choice lane rather than living in the chance lane. See, chance means you just never decided where you wanted to go and what you wanted to do. You just kind of left it up to the universe and up to God. And so you're going to be used by his means. This is just kind of my own language. You're going to be used by his means until you make a choice. And whatever choice you make, he'll follow your lead. If you want to be a movie star, if you want to be the best housewife, if you want a family, if you want to have children, whatever that happens to be, he'll make a way for it. He'll find a way to prepare you for an opportunity that he's going to present to you. That's being choice. That's creating life through your choice. And that's what God gave you. He gave you the ability to make decisions and to be to create direction for your life. And whatever direction you choose, he will follow. But if you make no choice, you're going to simply live by chance, and you're going to be at the odds of the universe that seems to be dimming every single day. With that, let's go ahead and introduce the topic and take our first break. Any comments from my co-host?
Not on the chance, man. I think you laid that out perfectly. I like that. Because there's a lot of people that live day by day thinking that something is good.
Something good gonna happen. It's not. That's right.
And you ain't taking the opportunity of all your chances on your choices or how you live your life. They just scared.
Right.
And I say this a lot to a lot of people. Don't be scared to fail.
Right.
Because you're really scared to try.
Yeah.
Because you really feel like if you try and you don't make it, then what's next? That's where that fear gets you, stagnant.
Yeah.
But uncomfortable. You're comfortable under somebody else, but you got to be strong for yourself.
Yeah.
That strength gets you past all these things that come. I promise you, and this is something I'm going to give anybody. No matter what you do in life, something else is coming next.
Right.
Every challenge I ever faced, I had a bigger challenge coming right after I got it. And I'm not scared of them no more. It's just like, this is going to come. I left corporate America into the business realm of being an entrepreneur.
Right.
Trucks going down, issues, clients calling. You can't run you have to face.
Right.
So every time I face, it's a new challenge.
Mhm.
It builds your character. How you run is how people judge you.
Mm.
How you react and how you handle
Yeah.
is how people appreciate you.
Yeah, sure.
Be appreciating, don't be a tolerance.
There you go.
Don't run, understand.
Yeah.
It don't always happen your way,
Right.
but through grace.
Perseverance.
Oh my goodness.
You know, it takes perseverance.
You would get
No.
through.
Yeah.
And then people be like, man, you good.
Yeah.
When you don't even think you was good. I was like, well, maybe mediocre. Mediocre is when, to me, you really didn't try.
Right.
When you really try and you put a plan together, that's success.
Yeah.
So when you make it past and you get to that next hurdle and you be like, man, I was even taller than the last one. Remember the success that you made it through? Keep your formula and keep making it
There
through.
you go.
That's a successful task that I like to say people ain't teaching. Everybody think it comes easy. Entrepreneur and everything else.
Yeah.
Things ain't always easy, but it's a work ethic.
Yeah. But,
Well, what you have to remember is, there's a saying of, to whom much is given, much is expected.
yeah.
And so in order to expect to have a lot, you have to understand that a lot will be expected of you.
Yes.
Or you gonna hold somebody to a whole high.
Yes, I mean that's just the way it is. Listen, you think the CEO of all of these big companies don't worry about an employee slipping in the warehouse and breaking an arm and having a lawsuit? You think that isn't on their heads every day? That that some of their employees perhaps may have been exposed to some chemical that's going to hinder their lives.
No,
There's a,
they don't care at all.
They got somebody else lower level to do that.
Yeah,
To them,
yeah.
stocks,
Yeah,
They think
purchases.
about that profit
Yeah,
margin.
they want the bigger numbers,
Yeah.
but that's that face of the company. Remember,
Yeah.
they get paid for being in that position
Yeah.
for that, but they
Yeah.
ain't worried about. 'cause
Yeah,
if
and
you got
so
the right
let me ask you this: would our political leaders fall into that category?
Oh man, don't
They don't care
talk
either?
about the
So-
political leader.
So nobody cares.
They care if you got enough money in
What
your
you do
pocket.
for 'em.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Ah,
Okay,
man, listen,
we'll do this.
I like
then.
you know, really brought it real.
If you want
Brought it real.
if you want to see
Mhm.
one of your representatives in his office, I guarantee you that if you make a donation to their campaign, you'll get into his office a lot sooner.
Then just
You will
ask
if
him.
you- Thank you. And I know that from experience.
Yeah, folks, you see how this show is so dynamic. I mean, we come on so many levels with just real life ideas, man. So, you folks, bear with us. It's time for us to take a break, and we'll be right back with more Bar Talk with Jay. We got Smooth Jamal in the house, and the good Reverend Dr. Jeffrey coming.
Now, Craig,
Y'all
you
stay
know
with us.
you gotta hook up some of my Jamaican friends out there. Now, I got some Jamaican people listening now.
Yeah.
What
Bar
going
Talk
on?
with Jay is definitely we got the real Jamaicans in the house.
What's going on?
We have a great following.
Yeah.
They text me now. They let me know.
Oh.
I ain't heard no Jamaican. Listen, we are trying our best to include everybody. So again, it might not be right now. Because we want y'all to stay tuned. That's right, we won't give it to you on the upfront. They don't do it on the news.
Oh,
You better
man.
stay tuned.
man.
And we'll be right back. Bar Talk with Jay. Bar Talk with Jay. Yes, we got AP in the building. Y'all know y'all gonna get excited. Now, everybody getting happy, but my boy Jamal. Can't get him on the phone. boy.
That's all right.
He know
That's
he
all
loves
right.
seeing him some Fruity Pebbles.
And you
What?
know what? You know what, Jay? Since I missed this, and I don't think any of us caught it,
Let's go.
I didn't tell the topic for tonight.
Oh.
Oh,
Right?
so
This
go
is-
ahead, throw it out.
this is a
Throw it
great
out.
time to
I don't know
bring
if
it
they
up.
can handle it.
Okay. Here's what we're talking about in this evening's show, folks.
What we got?
Tonight we're talking about if you're in a relationship, what is the main reason that people break up? What is the screening process? And let's talk about the successes and failure rates.
Okay.
We just want to talk about the dynamics of a relationship, right? Most importantly, how you get out of them and how you end up getting in them, right? The screening process and the breakup process.
Yeah.
How would you start that, Jay?
I'm gonna do a small dive real quick. From a person that was in relationships and then went to a monogamous relationship because I didn't do well in them. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Never took time to digest all what I went through. You know, being with somebody for 23 years, married for 16, and expect to end it and you okay. You got all kinds of dicks and dings, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you you're broken, but you're damaged.
Right.
Right.
So if you know your substance, you understand it's just an outer ding, you can push that out and make it through.
Right.
But take the time to do it. What happened? I didn't want to be alone. Now this is not for everybody, it's just me. I didn't want to be alone, so I got right into a relationship. You know, it keeps me from feeling empty. So now I'm with somebody else and we loving on each other and everything all good. But even though I live with her, I have issues. She don't know what I'm going through. And please believe, a woman sees within a man. And if a man don't know what's within him, you will leave a woman astray.
Yeah.
Okay? And to me, I've cheated some good women out of a good man because of that. That little floating around, trying to be around, trying to do things when I didn't even know me. I was kind of lost and scared to be myself, but I was just really scared to know me. So a lot of people be like, well, being alone ain't, no. Being alone will make you better understand yourself.
Right.
Yes, it will.
Because once I start spending time, I love me. I mean, I still love women though, you know, because I got calluses. So it wasn't meant for me to be completely alone. I'm just saying. But when it comes to the mental needed to be alone to realize what you doing. What are you bringing into your family? You bringing people in, you ain't understanding, you just doing you. You don't even know you no more. So when I start like, oh yeah, you're right, and I never admitted any wrongs. Everything was everybody else's problem. It wasn't mine. I wasn't crazy, they was crazy. Knowing good and well I wasn't sane. I know I wasn't, but I swear down every woman I dated was crazy in the mug. I swear, I tell them all today, y'all crazy. You know why? Because I'm crazy too. I try crazy with I do.
Right.
You know, I love attraction because everybody got a piece of crack. You don't got to bring it out though. When you know you crazy and you mention that, they ain't go crazy no more. It's when you act like you somebody you ain't. Oh, they gonna go crazy.
Right.
Because you should have never done that. Be more upfront.
Okay.
Lying was something I learned as a kid. And I said this all the time, and I blame my mama for it. I broke something, I lied, and my mama called me, and she told my behind him, she said, you shouldn't have lied about it. And I was like, okay. So the next time I told something up, I went to my mama and said, I told her, she got the beat the heck out. I said, well, damn, mama, you told me. If I told you, you shouldn't have broke it. And but you told me, if I told you you shouldn't have broken. And I was like, well, it don't do no good to the damn truth.
You're not gonna win that one, Jay. Cause it's gonna be worse if you find out you
Right,
did it.
but it wasn't no right. It seemed equal to me. It was beat.
You got beat regardless.
I'm like,
Mama
this
had,
ain't what.
she had a few frustrations to take out, you know.
And she had no problem. But my whole thing is, that shouldn't have been me thinking about lying in. It was just an easy way. First time was to avoid getting in trouble. Second time was telling the truth was to avoid getting in trouble. Got beat one way. So guess what? What I missed was quit tearing up stuff.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
Sometimes you gotta, I ain't recognize all this when I'm running around and I ain't paying attention because I just don't want to get in trouble for the wrongs. Quit doing the wrong.
Thank you.
That's the problem today. Everybody want to pray. Everybody. Could you stop some of your badass actions?
Yeah, and listen, Jay, take that as personal accountability.
Yeah, that goes across all these different areas of our life. All these different areas of our life. And I just love the segue, Jay, because you said I'm gonna take a step back, and you talked about knowing yourself, and you know, and here we are now talking about taking a personal accountability.
Definitely.
And you know, I don't think there's any more powerful discussion than you can have than to tell someone to stop and take ownership of themselves and what they have done, what they have created,
Right.
what they damaged in the past, if they've hurt people. You know, it takes a lot of that. And so, and I would imagine, you know, kind of moving toward our subject, I would imagine that you can't really make a decision about breaking up, or even make a decision about how you're going to bring somebody into your life if you're still living your own lie, if you're still living your own fallacy, you know?
Well, you can do it. You can bring somebody into that mess. But what you can't do is expect non-mess to be the result of that.
It's called insanity.
Right. Right.
Right.
If the foundation ain't right, the house gonna be crooked.
There you go.
Yeah.
A weak recruiter will only recruit
Weak
weak
candidates.
candidates, right? And again, I just, you know, so many bells are ringing in my head right now about all these different areas of my life, and I'm hoping it's doing the same for our audience.
For sure.
You know, breaking up with somebody is very difficult, and allowing people into our lives are very difficult. Let's talk about breaking up for a minute.
Mhm.
What's causing people to break up? What's the main reason?
You got infidelity, and that's what everybody want to run to. But to me, also, you got a lot of trust and respect issues that a lot of times we're not being honest about on the upfront.
So
It
lack of
caused a lot of
communication.
that's a demise right there by itself.
Yeah.
The cheating, we already know that's going to be one of the things that's always thrown up.
Yeah.
But finances
That's
Sure.
a big
is one of the ones that no one wants to talk about on the upfront,
right.
because I don't want you to feel like that's prevalent. But I went and bought my BMW for a reason, okay? And my boy Boo came up in a Maserati that probably cost more than my last house, all right? Now, when you got somebody that got nice things, it's for a reason.
Right.
It's a social status. But my whole thing is stay within your season.
Right.
Which for him is not for me. I didn't go through all his steps. But I look at him and I don't get jealous. I'm proud of him.
Right.
Because he got some things right. But I don't see that with us no more. So instead of, they always be like, how you get it? Would you inherit it? They like, hey, you know, what about his work ethics? What about the fact that, you know, he might have saved up? No. Somebody hooked you up.
Right.
Instead of just coming to him and being like, hey, man, look like you're doing good.
Right.
Yeah.
And you might be able to get a good conversation where, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I got this. Find it out.
Right.
More intelligent than you gave him credit for,
Right.
because you judged him by a vehicle that you knew was a high dollar. You know,
Yeah.
Maserati speaks for itself because it's not a very cheap car.
Yeah.
Period.
And
So
and
it ain't about the car though.
yeah.
It's social status. It's about us.
Yeah.
Can we grow in a positive way? Because I drove around a van, soccer van, which was embarrassing. Nobody would let me in on a highway. They'd push me off in the medium.
Wow.
It was like,
Respectful.
yeah, I felt very bad, but it was very cheap because it didn't cost me a lot. So I rode it. I didn't care.
Right.
It was a point A to B, and I really said to myself, this is to get me to a point, not a social status.
Right.
Because once I get out and I talk to you, I can get you to understand me better than you judging me by my vehicle.
Right.
It didn't have no dings, no dents.
Right.
So
But, you
when
know-
you judge me, you didn't really know me. So
Right.
then when you get it up me, it'd be like, hey, you ain't got, your kid's grown. That's right, but if you walked up on me and said something, you talked to me side eye, I'd be like, yeah, I got a little Pookie and Ray. Kids grown, I ain't got
Yeah.
no Pookie and Ray. But I'm gonna talk junk to you because that's just the convenient side of me.
Right.
Bottom line,
So-
don't judge me by what I drive. Go by my essence.
Yeah. And I think what I heard in that was, as it relates to breaking up with people or entering into a relationship with them, is that you have to determine whether you have a taker or not. You know, some people are just takers.
How about acceptance?
Right?
Acceptance. You gotta accept. You know, when a lot of problems is you got walls. Everybody got these walls
Right.
and safety nets. When you start dating, you have to lower them and accept. Okay? My family is a bloodline. I have no choice in them at all.
Okay.
But the people that I get close to me is the people I accept into me. And the person I date is a person I accepted in. You have to
So,
be conscious
here's-
of what you accept.
Yeah, and
because once you do it, it can be
here's
something
what I
that
was
causes hurt.
asking you. Well, are you going to accept a taker?
I mean, I would accept a taker. I mean, being honest with you,
That's why people are breaking up because hey, I'm always giving, I'm always pouring in, I'm pouring in love, I'm pouring in time,
But you
I'm doing
don't
this,
take
I'm doing that, do the
to a
house, I
point
do the
where I'm
kids,
not
I
gonna
do
be in no
everything,
more.
and you ain't doing nothing for me. You know what? It's time to break up. It's time to leave
I'm
this
not gonna
person, this
lie.
person. You know what I'm saying?
but can she back up and give you something? See, the problem is a taker gonna keep taking when you keep giving.
Right.
But can they see that they can pour something back into you? As in,
And
you know
they
something
don't.
I noticed? You come home and you be hungry and you always going to fast food. I don't have a lot to offer. Everybody ain't rich. But I'm going to take what food I got and I'm going to cook you up something. And I'm going to give you this meal that might not be your best meal, but it's going to be a meal to give you something of encouragement because this is all I got.
Right.
Now at this point, you don't mind doing for it.
Right.
But most people get to a point where you got it. Yeah, why you complaining? Because you can't cook. You can't do nothing. And that's all you feel you good for. That's because you down in yourself. Raise yourself up and realize what you with is a positive vessel. And what you are is a negative. So it ain't gonna work. I'm sorry. You're gonna push away.
Right.
But if she recognizes what she has and she want to make change to a positive direction, I want to keep what I have. So that might mean I have to make some changes.
Right.
And think about it. Non-selfishly taking care of a person. Somebody said, you got to be a wife. Dude. Sometimes you just got to be a caring person.
There you go.
Because a meal is just a meal. To care is just to care. Now you doing all the extras that might not lead you to be where you want to be, but the bottom line is caring need to happen, period. We're not doing it. It's like, if I'm going to do this, you're going to do something for me. It's give take. The barter system has been broken. Most time it's just one way. You don't barter there.
Right.
But in business,
And-
it still exists. And we
Yeah.
need to get back to it. Because again, business can merge and do great things when we work together. Not just acting like we got to do everything apart.
There you go. There you go. So, folks, it's time for us to take another break. I believe is Jeffrey on tonight.
We gonna make sure we get Jeff. We gotta do a little
Yeah.
technical difficult. We couldn't get Jamal. We don't know what's going on with this.
Okay.
But we gonna try to see if we can get Jeff. We couldn't get Jeff last week. We're gonna
That's
try
right.
to get him this week. Yeah, we missed him last week, but we'll
And
see if we can get him
we
this
are
week.
most certainly missing him. And so, folks, stay tuned. We're going to be right back after this great song with more Bar Talk with you.
Yes, we back with Bar Talk with Jay. And again, we got some smooth sounds, my man Crab. Stay tuned because we got somebody that look like him that's not him. What we got? We got Jeffrey on the line. I don't know how his day was. I don't know what he gonna do. All I know is if the shoe fit, it's gonna get ugly tonight. Jeffrey, how you doing, baby? Uh-oh.
Hold on, we got a little
Hold
technical
on.
difficulties. You know, we know Jeffrey's voice. And
Do we got him? Ouch. I look at you gonna be hollering at
let's
Jeffrey.
call him out.
How you get like he Candyman. Hey, don't say it 3 times, girl. Don't say it. I ain't trying to have no nightmares tonight. What the hell you trying to do?
Girl, you know, I was always so scared. Somebody told me if you look at, turn to go to the bathroom, turn the light on, look in the mirror, and say Mary Jane 3 times. I said it twice and then I opened the door.
Wow.
I ain't sticking around for
I
that
ain't
crap.
going for it no more either.
It ain't working for me.
Some, hey,
What happened? Oh, we ain't got him? Yes, no? It's not going through?
It's not going through.
Got some issues over here.
all right, Brother Jay is,
I got another thing. You got, You got 'em?
Okay,
Hold on.
so
You got them on still?
So let's talk about
Yeah.
some of the things that Jay mentioned. Jay really was just nailing it last segment. He talked about one of the main reasons that people don't make it is infidelity. People got a lot of real trust and respect issues. Finances are another big reason why people break up. And I kind of came to the notion that people are married to takers. And you find yourself with a taker, you're going to find yourself empty because you're always giving, you're always pouring in, and you're not getting fulfilled. And some people may go years of being unfulfilled, but they will reach a point. And we really don't want people to have to wait until their explosion point to make a change in their lives. But you know, as we talked about earlier, letting go is sometimes the very best thing that you can do.
Right.
And sometimes that's just to save yourself.
No, for certain. I mean, I think that, you know, it's fine. You know, I hate putting judgment on whether you're a taker or a giver. You just have to find someone that you're compatible with. Because there are people out there who just are givers.
Right.
And they don't really accept taking very well. That's the way that's their love language. They express their love language in giving, and they find it disrespectful if you don't take. Like, that's just, you know, that's out there. So I think it's a matter of finding people that you're compatible with, and not so much placing judgment on, you know, I think people take things too personally, too quickly. If we're dating and it doesn't work out, that's the whole point in dating. There's no point in taking it personally. You date to see if you're compatible. If you're not compatible, you go your separate ways and you learn something new.
See, when men date women, this is the notion that you want to go out? Yeah, let's go out.
Yeah.
Go out, treat them to a fabulous evening, right? Spend the money. Just treat them to a fabulous evening, and you go out next weekend. Treat them to a fabulous evening, you know? Have lunch somewhere between, cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Buy a few groceries and fix something on the weekend.
Yeah.
She's not interested in contributing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's a taker. You know? That's that's somebody who's like, you know, maybe starting to feel some forms of entitlement, but men go through this all the time.
Okay.
Like, you know, she'll call you when she wants something. You know what I mean? And maybe women don't experience this the way men do, but you know,
No, they do.
there are a lot of dinners bought for people who aren't real vested in you, you know? And then that becomes a part of the relationship that,
Whose
you know,
fault is that?
well, you know, it ultimately is the person in the relationship, but they didn't know what they didn't know. They thought maybe, hey, you know, maybe they weren't even paying attention to whether they were giving or not. And then one day they was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I've been giving the last 20 times. And then they have no interest in participating. They take their stuff and they just kind of run and put it in the corner and hide it and spend their money on what they want, what they do. They're never interested in, you know, doing anything for me. Those are the kind of people that I think you should stay away from. Because ultimately you're gonna end up in a relationship where you are always the giver.
So let's take a pause for the cause, because we are all grown and we grown. Okay, so I can't see. I guess I don't understand, or I can't compute someone that, if you were talking about that same situation, if that chick just got out of a relationship where the dude she was with considered it insulting for her to go into her pocket, for her to do anything, contribute anything financially to that relationship, and she just happens to have that same assumption in this relationship, you can't penalize her for that. It's called open your mouth and have a conversation, period. Because you don't know, you can't automatically assume that she's doing that out of maliciousness, or that she's doing that out of selfishness. It could be that her daddy always took care of her, and it could be that every man that she ever dated prior to you considered it an insult. I've had dudes look at me and almost cuss me out if I thought I was going to look to go in my pocket to do anything besides reapply my lipstick. So it's, baby, you have done all that you're supposed to do. You showed up tonight. And you can't fault someone who has had that previous experience. Just like females can't fault a dude who has gone through a similar experience, except that he has been damaged because he was a giver and he dated takers and he felt like he was taken advantage of. And so he could have a skewed view on you just sitting there when you done, that's what you've been doing. That's her experience, that's her reality. But if you all talk about it and you say, hey, you know, and you bring it up in a very tactful way, then it's a conversation that you can have and you can nip it in the bud before you get all on your feelings and then you start running your mouth about something and she's looking at you like, dude, we've been doing this. So why hasn't it taken you 20 times for us to go out for you to say something? You should have said this after the first or second time. We could have cleared this up. So you wasted both of your time. You wasted your time and you wasted hers.
All right, we gotta see if we can get Jeffrey on now. Jeffrey, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
There you go. We hear you a little bit. Hang on, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Hold on.
All right.
Turn him up.
The good Reverend Dr. Jeffrey in the house. We finally got him on the line. Brother Jay is going to adjust the volume here a little bit so we can hear him. Brother Jeffrey, you with us?
Yeah, Brother Kraft. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing really good, man. I'm doing really good. Just looking forward to your segment as usual, man. You know, Jay was in here all fired up a minute ago trying to get you on the line, but we glad we got you, bruh. How's your day today?
Man, I tell you one thing. Today was a long day. Around, it was crazy, man. I tell you one thing. We have left that office.
Yes.
We are taking them hard-soled shoes off. We are chilling, and you know what time it is.
Yes, sir. And away we go.
It is time for you to close your mouth and listen. You ask me some questions, I give you some answers from a man's point of view. Now listen, I got one reason for the habitually single woman and one reason for the habitually single man as to why you might be single. But before we get into that, here is my disclaimer. Now see, what I'm going to talk about might not apply to you, and if it doesn't apply to you, I don't want you to put your foot up in this shoe. But if it does apply to you, I want you to put both feet in both shoes and walk around in them because you're about to learn something tonight. Lady, you are first. Lady, some of you might be single because you believe that you don't have to provide any protection to your man. Don't get it twisted. Yes, your man is supposed to provide and protect you, but you are also responsible for protecting your man. See, ladies, you might see a threat to your man before he sees it. See, ladies, you might see a weakness in your man before he recognizes it. Your role is to point those things out and to help him avoid them or to build him up to avoid it. The bottom line of this, lady, it's not all about you. You have a significant role to play. And yes, that includes protecting your man. Yes, it includes providing some type of spiritual nourishment for your man. You do those types of things, and he's going to run through a wall for you. But if you don't do those things, he's going to run through a wall getting away from you, and you'll leave your ass single.
Ouchie,
For a very long time. Man, that's a good one. Provide protection for your man. I think we were all a little hazed. You kind of hit us in the jaw with that one, like, oh, let me see where is he really coming from? But yeah, absolutely, it is important for a woman to protect her man, and I think you even mentioned sometimes from himself. Right? He may not even know his own weakness, but she can see it, and she probably need to step in there and do her thing. So I think point taken. Any comment from my co-host?
I would definitely say he hit the nail on the head, but also know your mate. For her to be able to do these things that Jeffrey's talking about, that means y'all are in tune. That means y'all have great dialogue. You stay up and you understand each other.
Yeah.
And that way she will want to be your defense. But if you out there with multiple people, you're not going to look for a person trying to help you when you got all these choices. They're not going to do as much. So again, you have to watch what you do. If you're expecting more than what you're getting, what are you putting out?
Exactly.
And we ain't always putting out our best.
Exactly.
And that's why we got this mess
Right.
That's why relationships got problems today.
Right.
Bar Talk with Jay just trying to point out some things. Hope this don't apply to you, but if it do, put it on where this is your time tonight.
All right, Jeffrey, keep us moving, man.
All right, good deal, good deal. Now, fellas, don't think I'm letting you off the hook.
Okay.
Fellas, you are next. Fellas, some of you might be single because you've been convinced that you have to be Boaz to take care of your woman. Now, I need you to understand me now. Boaz was wealthy in more than one way, and he provided a foundation and a solid lifestyle for his woman. Don't get it twisted, though. There were other men who set fine examples of how to treat their woman in the Bible. One man is Adam, even though Adam fell from grace, and Eve fell from grace too. Adam hung in there with Eve. Adam stood by his woman, and they worked it all out. Okay, I got another one for you. Now, you talk about somebody that was a leader. Let's look at Moses. Moses had a whole lot of wisdom and a whole lot of things that he had to do. He had one particular assignment he had to complete, but I want you to understand that he did that with his wife. I will give you something else too. Let's talk about Lot. Lot basically told his wife, don't look back on Sodom and Gomorrah. And unfortunately, she didn't listen to that good man. The bottom line of it is, she looked back on her past and she was turned into a pillar of salt.
Yeah.
All these are examples, men, that you can follow besides just trying to be wealthy, just trying to be the man that can floss like Boaz. All you have to do is be a good man, a spiritual man who can be in tune with his woman's spirituality, and she will follow you to the ends of the earth. But what she won't do is follow you because you got a lot of money. What she won't do is stay with you just because you got a lot of money.
Right.
She might not even respect the fact you got a lot of money because you ain't got no soul. And if you ain't got no soul, she gonna leave your ass single.
Yes, that is a good
If
one.
that didn't wake you up and hurt your feelings, I don't know what's gonna tell you.
That's a good one. That's a good one. And you know, I'm normally convicted, but you know, I don't really, you know, lead my personality through my wealth. You know, I don't lead it through my things and stuff. But we do know a lot of people who are, and who think that they can't be a good man with the exception of just being wealthy and being able to do for a woman, or you know, perhaps vice versa, a woman for a man. He says you can just be a good man, just be a good person, just be a good communicator, and it'll overcome, you know, the need for some other form of greatness in your relationship. Because wealth definitely doesn't buy love. It will most certainly make, you know, somebody come towards you, and it'll make them, you may be able to make them happy a little bit, but it ain't gonna really touch their heart. It's not really gonna change their mind about who you are just because you got money. They just might decide to stick around a little longer even when they don't like you anymore, right? So, point well taken. Any commentary, Jay? AP? See, we know. See, you know what, man? I'm sitting here. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here thinking about so many relationships that happen because one of the people is wealthy.
You gotta look at it like this now. A wealthy person attracts automatically because most people are going through things, and they really do think money will solve their problems.
They're takers.
Now,
Right.
now, even being a taker, but just understand, wealth can make you mentally think in a different way. But one thing you gotta understand, if you don't know how to get it, you won't be able to probably keep it.
Right.
So you don't really want to work for it. So I want an easy path,
Right.
and everybody want that easy way. So when you hear somebody's story, you don't know their journey. So when somebody tells you, oh, this a doctor, lawyer, NFL player, NBA player, makes this amount of money, that's what I want to do. Okay? What's really in you? Why are you just chasing something that you might not be able to achieve over a dollar sign? Now, a doctor goes to school almost 10 years.
Right.
It's a lot of knowledge.
Right.
But I heard they get paid a lot of money, and then 2-3 years into schooling, find out I got 8 more to go, and I'm already $100,000 in debt. Now I'm willing to bail out. Now I got $100,000 debt, nowhere near trying to be a doctor. Now I got to find another career, but I got debt behind me because I followed something other than me. No one teaches you to go back to your essence to find out what is your gift. It's almost like what makes money. My kids, I used to ask them all the time, what's your dream? What's it? And they used to always say money. But money don't lead you to a career. You need to know what you love because there's gonna be days you ain't gonna want to do it.
There you go.
But when you find love for it, you would do it all the time. And you will make infinite amount of money.
There you go.
And then that's why some people love their job so much they don't ever want to retire. Because they love what they do.
Yeah.
But when you're forced to do it and you just get into it, you tend not to want to do it.
Yeah.
So again, that's one of the things about the money thing that I will say. But again, I mean, we all like to be better than where we at. But be the best you.
Be the best you.
I don't have to be the richest dude. I don't. And to floss and to get everybody ain't for me.
There you go. And Brother Jeffrey, we'll let you take us on into the last segment, sir.
Jeffrey!
I think
Did we lose
might have lost him. Yep. I'm thinking so. Well, he was really tearing some ass up tonight, wasn't he?
He was on one.
Yeah. We know the good Reverend Dr. Jeffrey goes so hard. Yeah, I heard it click. And so we obviously lost it. But we thank you, Brother Jeffrey. I'm sure you will, if you're not hearing the show now, you'll hear later. We appreciate everything you bring to the table. I have no doubt that you are about to wrap it up when we need to be thinking about each other. And when we think about each other, we build communities, we build families, and we strengthen our entire resolve when we can bridge the gap of individuals and love up on families and love up as a family. I'm sure that's what he was going to say. Right?
Of course. No,
Yeah.
he always takes it back to family.
Yeah.
He always brings it back there. And I mean, that's the foundation of any strong community, so.
Yeah. And, I don't know the state of families.
Hold on.
You know,
Hold on, we're trying to get Jamal on now. A little backwards here.
that's all right.
Well,
listen,
we lost one, we trying to gain another one.
That's okay. It is a break game, so.
Okay, hold on. Jamal.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, we trying to make sure we got you, man. Hold on.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. We're just a few minutes late actually on it, so we're gonna come right back, folks, for more Bar Talk with Jay.
Other person look like him that's not him that say he ain't gonna do what he want to say he gonna do, but he gonna teach y'all cornballs how to act. Jamal, how you doing?
Man, what it do?
Oh, look at my dad. What he do? What he do? You know AP in the building. She wanna know what you doing.
Man, I'm doing good, but did y'all tell AP about the dress?
Oh Lord.
Okay. I'm all kind of animalistic. I'm feeling real Jumanji-ish right
Yeah, I gotta tell her that Flintstone thing going on right there.
Yeah, I know how your mind working, man, but
I can make a bedrock. Don't play.
I can make that car stop with my feet.
I know you can't see it all, but she wearing a pair of pants, man. We
Right.
don't get to see no legs in here.
Now,
tonight,
if
you know
she
what
would
I'm
have been nice not to wear the pants, I'm just trying to tell you. Bar Talk with Jay would have been on a whole
sitting down there
nother
after the belt. All you see is nothing but the curve in the thigh. AP, I got you, girl. I got you.
That boy is mackin'. Huh? To the fullest.
Can I just feign
I don't know why y'all acting surprised.
Why?
We're not. We're just radio show hosts, you know what I'm saying? But we understand.
You gotta take it how it comes to us.
Yeah.
And it's coming hot and heavy.
And every time I go, can you blame me?
Right.
Really?
Right.
I don't think she want to blame
So
you.
what's going on, man? What's the hot topic for today? What cornball we got to disrespect today?
Okay, man. Listen, this is kind of a general topic, but we know you'll bring your specificity to it. It goes like
I think
this.
that's a whole new word out of Webster, but okay, we're gonna work with it.
Yeah, it goes like this. So in a relationship, what is the main reason people break up? Tell us a little bit about the screening process and successes versus failure rates.
Two reasons: relationships end, finances, and somebody not listening to somebody. That's just always gonna be it. Financial. If you are not doing the little things, you don't gotta be the richest dude in the world, but if you show your woman no interest financially, bruh, somebody gonna step in and do it.
Right.
If you not listening to your woman, bruh, not me, but somebody like me gonna step in and do it.
Right.
And it's not even like we really listening. A true player, I'm not saying you should do this, but a true player, when it comes to his prey, all he does is repeat the same thing she say. You don't hit me. A true player will have a conversation with a woman for about 20 minutes. And out that 20 minutes, the first 7 minutes are nothing more than just asking questions, just to see where her head is at. You know, you ask her little things like, man, who's your favorite author? Or, man, what do you like to do for fun? Just little things like that. A true player, hear a woman say, you know what? I really haven't gotten a chance to read lately. The true player would stop at Barnes & Noble the very next day, get her a book. You know what I'm saying? Hey, babe, this is our date night, me and you in a book club. Just so you know I'm thinking about you. Be real creative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You repeat everything that she says back to you, and it looks like you listening to everything. No, I'm not. I'm just telling you what you want to hear. That's the way a player would approach it.
Okay.
If you are a civilian, then you might actually want to listen. But any man who's been married and divorced, any man who's been heartbroken, we know when you want to get her to agree, shut up. Don't put your opinion in there and just nod your head. Don't say nothing else. Just whatever she said, go with it.
Right. You know, you sound like a seasoned sales professional. You sound like some of the techniques.
And your manager that said, hey guys, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, bum, bum, bum. Well, like any new person at the job, we tell you, you don't talk back. You just tell your manager, yes sir, I can get it done.
Yeah.
Yes boss, I got you. Don't go back saying, no, that's not the right way to do it. The right way to do it is like this. Or I'm going to do it in this time. You're quickly to get fired. So same logic applies to women. If you do that with a woman, do not be surprised when she gives the next dude attention for the, you know what I'm saying? Because you're talking back too much. You don't know what your position is. You really think you had a choice in the matter, bruh. The first 60 to 90 days, you don't really have a choice. Your job is to say yes and make her smile. That's legit your only job. If you can't do that in the first 60 days, bruh, is a dude like me on her other end of her phone, and we gonna hit her up at 11 o'clock at night.
I would like to hear AP and Jay's understand that.
You go get AP crazy,
particularly
right?
AP. You know what I'm saying?
AP, tell me I'm lying.
I mean, no, it depends on the classification of the dude. Like, if
Right.
that's my dude, then and that's your chick, I would hope that you wouldn't align yourself with a chick that you can't have a conversation with. That says a lot about you if that's the case.
Right.
But if it's just a chick or if it's just a dude that you keeping it light and fluffy with, then I am guilty of that. I have done that.
Right.
So what happened at work today? Really? Told you he was crazy. You know what happened?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That chick in HR like you. I told you that. Mm-hmm. So it's yeah.
Now, I would tell
Thank
you.
you, AP. I knew you was on my team. I knew you was.
I gotta admit.
Bone?
I gotta admit, he's dead on point.
Yeah.
He's on point because paying attention. One of the biggest things, and I noticed when I was married, and it's nothing against my ex-wife. It's just I ignored her because she kept repeating, and I kept feeling like this is the same walk.
Right.
Why was she?
The problem was I wasn't listening
Uh-huh.
because I tuned her out because I was tuned in somewhere else.
Right.
So I was my own demise.
Right.
So at that point, I was a cornball,
Right.
as my boy Jamal would say, because we get to ourselves so much that we're not giving back, and it's just
Right.
it's funneled a wrong direction. So when I should have been listening, I didn't tend to.
Right.
Right.
I felt like I knew what she was about to say. Been with her long enough. She ain't got to say nothing. I speak for her.
Right.
So it gives a different
That's a-
respect
Yeah.
that a
It's very
person gonna give it back to you in
Right.
a way that I promise you, if you don't hear it, you gonna feel it.
Right.
Right.
Because
That's-
she ain't gonna keep on being
Right.
ignored.
Right.
Right.
But
not
that's
how
where
I
you,
feel.
and then you got these problems. You help create these
Yeah.
problems. All you gotta do is stop
Right.
and check yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
But no one takes the time to do it because, man, she gonna do what I say because what I do, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well,
See,
guess
that's
what?
cornball. If you think for a second you gonna put your now, see, I'm a little arrogant, but there's still a level of I got common sense about me. Don't ever in public, in private, not even with your boys, go, man, I got her, man. I'm gonna tell her what she gonna do. What she gonna, no, that don't work like that.
Don't work.
Every real dude in the barbershop, grown or on their way to being grown, know the woman is the boss. It's her house, you just live there. I don't care if your name is on the mortgage. The only room you control might be the bedroom, maybe. Maybe you might get a spot in the living room that's your share, but that's her house.
That's her
in
house.
other words,
Yeah.
she is in control.
Yeah.
If you think for a second you are in control in a relationship with a woman, you stupid.
Yep. That's real talk,
I didn't mean
bro.
to sound so mean about it, but you stupid. Men don't control women in nothing.
Right.
Nothing. We ain't controlled them back since the 50s when we held over price wages before they had the right to. That's about the last time a man had control over a woman. And even then, I don't even think it was that good.
Nah.
Most men is afraid of their woman. You can see the most 6'8", 9" dude, 285 pounds. But that little 5'2" girl come around weighing 130, she'll put the fear of God in that man.
Yeah.
Let AP ever give me the look around another female, I bet you I kick that girl out the seat so quick. Hey, man, you ain't supposed to be sitting here, man. That's AP seat right there. I mean, my bad, AP. I knew better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just know better.
Respect.
Right.
I ain't even been down that road yet, but I know better. You know, like, I want to touch somebody.
That's good.
Real talk, if you want to keep your relationship, number one, you got to do something financial. If you're not taking her to dinner, and guys, real talk, if you keep feeding your girl and thinking that's the thing to do, you stupid, because now when she blow up 250 pounds on you, I don't want to hear nothing, because she going to look at you and be like, well, didn't you want to go out and eat? You're stupid ass. So don't keep going, taking your girl out to eat, because that's the only thing to do in life. It's not. There's so much more. Do something creative. On the weekend, hey, babe, look, I turned my phone off, I turned your phone off. I rented the cab for the weekend. Me and you, we going out of town to Lake Lanier, and it's just me and you, baby.
There you go.
I mean, you gotta be creative with your woman. Do something that lets her know she feels special on a daily basis.
Right.
Man, spit that game to your woman, baby. You are the first voice in the morning and the last voice at night. When I go throughout my day, I'm making sure that you have a good day. Order your woman lunch, a grilled chicken Caesar salad, and send it to her without even asking.
Right.
Send out flowers or edible arrangements for her in her department for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, third thing, when you dating a woman, you dating her mama, and her best friend. If you ain't know that, you stupid.
That's
Right.
That's
Just the
real.
way it works.
She gonna talk to her best friend about everything she do, and her mama gonna be in her ear trying to figure out, is this the one to settle down with? So you gonna get it from both ends. You gotta be the pipe layer and the husband material at the same time.
Yep.
That's
If
right.
you don't understand that, that's not your girlfriend.
It's not. And I totally agree. You got to be open
Yes.
to, and a lot of times they'd be like, I'm just dating you. Well, a lot of times a
Yeah, that
person
don't
has
work.
a makeup. Okay, before you came along, she had a support system. And if you really want to be with her, you got to accept her support system
Right.
because that's part of her makeup.
Right.
Now, I'm not telling you you got to be the best with her mom and her girlfriend and the rest. to me, you have to make sure you understand the person that you're dating. That means her process. So if she go to her mom for certain things, then you don't just disrespect her mom because you already know that's not going to get you very far.
Yeah.
She go with her girlfriend for certain things. Okay. Make her feel confident to come to you.
Right.
That means that you got to understand what she has before you start superseding anything.
Right.
So sometimes sit back and find out how a person moves.
Observe.
And guess what? They might move in a position that you might not really care to want to be in. So don't ever just feel like I gotta do this for this.
Right.
It might not work.
That's right. That's why you
So
sit
save
back.
time and recognize what positioning they play
Right.
and how things work out. And you can make a better judgment. And, you know, maybe we need to just be friends. Women throw men in the friend zone. And I like to tell you, in today's time, I threw more women in friend zone than women threw me.
Why?
It is necessary if it's not going to go. You're not going to feed me. You see things different than I do.
Right.
So guess what? They be like, nah, all men want to. Listen, your candy, your cookie might taste better to somebody that might want to bite into it. Everything ain't worth biting into. I'm just being real.
Okay.
Hey, we gotta take a break.
Cornballs. Listen. Oh, Bone, you forgot to get it. Cornball. You just, that little nasty piece of information, you forgot to give him. Cornball.
What's that?
Yeah.
You can't eat everybody cookie. Cornball. I'm going to say that one more time. You cannot eat everybody cookie. Listen, it might be petty, it might be a double standard. If she want to eat your lollipop, hey, go ahead, girl, have that lollipop go. But you don't eat everybody cookie. Because there's something to put about putting your mouth on something versus putting your face in something. I think it's about a 2-month minimum before you eat anybody cookie. That's just me. And I can't do it.
That's very
And I need to know your
insightful,
personal hygiene
man.
habits. I need to know all of them. I ain't eating everybody cookie is what I'm saying. If you don't understand that,
Hey,
then you wake up with a bump on your lip and you got a bump. I don't want to
hey.
eat it.
AP says it goes both ways. Absolutely. You know, I got a theory behind that,
Listen,
and
the
I'll
amount
share
of
it.
things that come out of men is one. The amount of things that come out of women, down there, it's a whole different.
Hey, let's take a
Y'all got
break.
more bodily fluid to transfer out of that area.
Hey, we gotta go to
Hey,
break.
hold
We gotta go
on.
to break.
Yeah, we gotta go to break. Listen,
Y'all
folks,
take this to a whole other level.
this thing is turned up, so y'all just bear with us. We're gonna be right back doing Bar Talk with
Stay
Jay.
right there. Now, let's get back to us and what we doing here.
Yeah. and we-
Okay. Well, before we go there, we got one more thing. September 17th is a 2-year anniversary. That's on a Monday.
Okay.
I don't know what we're going to do on a Monday, but I definitely know probably around a Friday or Saturday we're going to announce it once we get some things ironed out.
Right.
But we're going to go somewhere and kick
Oh,
it.
we getting right.
We doing table, we having a party. It's not about us talking no more. It's about us having some fun.
Yeah.
All right?
Yes.
If the cornballs don't
Do we get to
understand
turn
what
the
we
cameras
done,
off?
say what now?
We get to turn the cameras off?
Yeah, cameras gonna be
Because
off.
if the cameras don't go off, I'm going to have some fun.
Cameras.
Hey, baby.
Oh,
Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
listen. Sometimes the cameras gotta go off so we can perform outside. Everything can't be displayed for everybody.
Right.
So come on out, we're gonna let y'all know when, because what we're gonna do is have some fun, give out some things. 2 years is a great achievement for what we've been doing.
Yes. We've been on it. We've been on it, Jay.
And hard, in the paint.
Yeah.
And AP always mentioned MVP player. Well, you better get in the game and understand what that is.
Right.
We've been playing, we ain't been benching.
Right.
Come on out, find out. We're gonna announce that, but I want to make sure everybody know what's coming up. September 17th, and that's also my mom's birthday. So I have a lot of things I gotta kick it about. Sister's birthday, the
Happy
15th.
birthday.
Hey, we gonna party. A lot of Virgos. My brother's birthday. All these is in September. We're gonna do a lot of things. We're gonna have a lot of fun. and we want y'all to be a part, not to everybody's birthday, but definitely to our day.
Yeah,
Now,
and,
back to what we talk.
Yeah, let me just comment on that, man. You know, we have over 100 shows.
Wow.
Over 100 shows in our library, and we have talked about everything.
Everything under the sun, y'all
Right?
nasty. That's what
Y'all don't know. We have a hard time coming up with subjects, but yeah, we have been in the grind, and we got a lot of people to thank for that. Obviously, Jay, who keeps the studio tight and continued to build this product that we have here. Brother Jeffrey, and of course we got AP in the house. We got Jamal. We had Latiki.
Yeah, TK in the building.
yeah.
We had
we got Barbara.
yeah,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
Megan,
Barbara.
Georgia in the
Yeah.
building. Yeah, she wasn't able to make it up this time. She was actually
Yeah.
trying to make it up this time, and she wasn't able to.
Yeah, we got The Rock in the house. We got Booby. We got Mom Dukes, who be putting dinners
Rob
on.
O,
to keep us
our
Rob.
DJ.
Yeah, Rob the DJ.
We got Corey that hardly ever make it on
Yeah.
anything, but he's still he part of us.
Yeah.
He's still my DJ.
Yeah, Loud
He-
Makeup and more. We can't leave him out of the game. You know,
Yes.
Sean
Yes.
come through for us. We just got a lot of wonderful support.
We gotta give my man a shout out. Well, he said Phil. Yeah, Phil comes
yeah,
through.
Phil comes
Phil
through.
nasty. I mean, your fish won't even move with Phil around. But Booby in the building, Southern Comfort. When I tell you, you want to get your modeling on, you want to get your record on, you want to get something done, he got a studio about to open up. Please make sure y'all go down and check it out.
Right.
This man has been doing things low key, don't say nothing, don't even want to be seen on a mic, but I
Yeah.
promise you, he'll be seen.
Well, anytime you see us, it's him behind the camera.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
He'll be seen. His name is on everything.
On everything.
And I'm going to make sure of it.
Yeah.
He's my boy.
Man, a lot of great things to come, and we'll continue to develop, material and bring people who can add value to the table. So you folks stay with us. We love what we do here. We hope you love it too. Always open for your input. To send us a note through emails or go on Instagram and put some comments in. We love hearing from you, and you're the reason we're here. We're trying to inspire humanity, and of course you are a part of that.
That's
Our
right.
our brothers and sisters in life. So we certainly appreciate you.
That's right. Not just Instagram. We can go on POF too. We got shout out to the POF folks. They'll be on POF.
Right.
Everybody be like, POF is all. Okay, let me tell you something. Don't judge a website. Understand, just because you file, you go there, you do file stuff. Good people go different places. My whole thing is, don't go there and act a fool and blame the site. Because that's just you.
Yeah.
My whole thing is when I address somebody on that site, it's hello.
Yeah.
Right.
Start with respect.
Right.
Not baby, not this, not that. My profile
Baby
is
girl.
fully blown, Bar Talk with Jay and everything else. But the number one thing I'm always going to do is start with respect. Hello. Okay? I don't know where you
Yeah,
at.
I hit you with a hello.
That's it. A hello.
Right.
Not baby. Listen, how you going to be
No.
a baby and I don't know
Cornball,
you?
that's thirsty.
That's, it's totally
Right.
trying to drink from a well that's dry.
Oh, baby
Yeah.
girl.
So how about
Nah.
how about this addressing on a king's level? A king's level is a handshake with a command. Hello.
Yeah.
It is known in a whole lot of different languages. But y'all don't even want to address it. When you walk into a room, say hello. I'm gonna give y'all one of the most embarrassing things that ever happened. I was at my job site a couple years ago, worked for a huge company, Waste Management. One of the big VPs came through. Didn't say nothing to nobody, was just walking around. Everybody figured he was an important person, nobody knew who. I just happened to ask, I said, "There's a guy walking around, anybody say anything?" No. Why? I don't know. But he ain't got no vest on, he ain't got nothing on, nobody said nothing, no. So I walked over there to him. So how you doing? I noticed you haven't vest on, anything I can help you with. He said, I'm here to see your DM. I said, he's upstairs, but we wear a vest. He said, I'm gonna get it. That's all he said. And I said, well, who are you? He gave me his name. And his name didn't ring a bell. Went to the car, got his vest, went upstairs, and later on we had a meeting. When we had a meeting, found out that's the VP. So we talked, and he said, you know something? The strangest thing is out of all the people that they told me to be recommended for me to talk to, the person that came up to me is the best person that I want to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there like it must be my DM because that's what he came for.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to talk to me. The only person that's willing to address him and come up to him
Mm-hmm.
when I didn't know him. But again, the threat shouldn't just be because a person is dressed. Bottom line is, what is he doing?
Right.
Understand, hello, open the door of respect.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know him, but I didn't address him in a foul way.
Yeah.
This is true.
I just wanted to know, what are you doing? And if anything, I can help you. You don't have to be rude.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But we
That's
don't
good stuff.
understand that no more. It's like, shh, this is my turf. What you mean turf? I don't own this. I got a
Yeah,
position,
you know,
I work it.
Respect is just never gonna change.
But we don't give it.
You know?
Mm-mm.
We feel like you gotta
You don't
earn
give it,
it.
but then you expect it back, and that's just mind-boggling.
Right.
It has to work both
It
ways.
has to work both
Now you can't just come off disrespectful and expect me to give it back to you. But my whole thing is
Right.
when I address you,
Right.
even though you might be on a property that I'm managing,
Mm-hmm.
I can still respect you because you're on it and I need people. So if you're there to help me, I want to encourage you. If you're there to steal from me, I will deploy you. Then helping you out.
Right.
You might want to do that somewhere else. But the bottom line, I don't have to disrespect you.
Right.
You know you ain't here for no good. Okay, you didn't make no appointment. Okay, well I need you to go to the front desk to sign in.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't willing to sign in, we already know what this is. It's real simple. You don't have to be rude. That's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing is deliverance. When I see him, deliverance is because he dressed well don't mean much. People that do harm to you can still dress nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's foolish to assume. How about recognize?
There you go.
Start with hello, y'all. And that's not just for the POF, it's just for everybody. And we on everything, Black Planet, all these
What
other
I
things.
will say,
Oh, my man Phil in the building.
Yeah.
No.
Go ahead. Go
what
ahead.
I will say though, to get back to like the online dating thing,
I'm
I
not
have,
saying that from a dog Phil.
I've seen some profiles.
Uh-huh.
I've seen
In
some
other
profiles.
words,
Hold on,
when
Jamal.
you approach a woman,
Hold on.
Jamal.
Seconds.
Jamal, come on.
Hold on.
What you got?
So I have girlfriends, and they have profiles,
Right.
and I've seen the profiles on different dating sites. And one thing that I will say is that women appreciate a man who takes the time
To read the
to take
profile.
a good picture.
Oh.
Women are visual, just like men are. And so it's hard to really see you and be attracted to you, to want to get to know you on a deeper level, if you in a wrinkled t-shirt and your basketball shorts. And that's all in all your profile pics. We like to see, what is it like in a suit? What does it look like?
Can you dress up?
Can you dress up?
Can you show me some different angles?
And even if suits aren't your thing, do you have the ability to,
To
throw on
get
some
one.
linen, do something, do something
I'm
with
ready.
yourself.
And listen,
I'm
that,
ready.
that is right on the topic because we're talking about the screening process, right? And if it
The
is,
screening process,
yeah, the
you
screening
got
process.
15 seconds. Bro, okay, cornballs, if you don't know. A true player, a woman dressed up in the bathroom, that's her thing, we don't leave that alone. Player, if you don't spend about 25, 30 minutes in the bathroom minimum, you ain't getting her. And if you do get it, it's not gonna be no cookie that's worth eating, I'll tell you that right now. Women have 15 seconds in first looking at you, from head to toe. And in their mind, they already know, you're not getting this. They done checked your shoes, they done checked your fingernails, they checking to see if the pants on the waist, the shirt better not be faded and dingy with a U-neck. They've already checked you.
Right.
You got 15 seconds in how you approach a woman. And if you make it past the first 5, when you even felt the comfortability to, let me go approach her, your breath, please. If the breath ain't on point, hey, grab you a shot before you say anything to her, take you a swig back. At least we can blame it on the liquor. Right. He needs to know he just had a Henny, rather than get stank. So,
Right.
little tips of advice for you cornballs. You better dress up. You better dress up and you better have some cologne. If you don't invest, 29, it's a bottle of cologne. Bone is the professional of cologne.
Yes, he
that
is.
Man got every goddamn bottle. Listen, you better
All the
switch up.
bottles. Yeah.
Women love smell good.
Yeah.
I mean, let's ask AP.
Women-
AP,
Uh-huh.
the scent of a person.
Yes.
Is that key or not?
Yes.
What does that mean? It means
Yes.
a lot to a woman because a woman be sniffing you.
I feel like
You know?
two things on
They
point.
definitely be
Dress
checking you out.
nice,
Mm-hmm.
nice. If you have a vehicle, at least have a nice vehicle. I ain't gonna just say you gotta have a high dollar.
Keep up what you got.
Just a nice
Right.
car that you can drive her with all the lights ain't on and she wonder if it's gonna
Right.
cut off. Nice car, and the two smell good. To
Mhm.
me, and every cologne don't work for you. Please go in and put it on and make sure it's a good scent.
Yes.
Because a lot of time people put it on and you smell it on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's not you.
Right.
Our chemistry with cologne is
Mhm.
different.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put it on right and it's a good scent, and again,
It'll attract.
I like to put it on and make sure a woman has the smell.
Come on, let's give the cornball some help, bro.
Okay,
If
go
you in
ahead.
high school, you rock the Curve, okay? The green bottle of Curve. That's what you do in high school.
Mhm.
When we get a little bit older, Burberry, men go to Victoria's Secrets and get you very sexy for him. I gotta emphasize the for him part. That's
Yeah.
you all day.
Yeah.
Burberry, Gucci Guilty, a little bit of Unforgettable every now and again, switch in. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Those are men's fragrances.
Yes.
Those are big things. Real talk, if a woman can smell you, that's not good. Because if she can smell you, imagine what it's like when y'all both working and doing y'all cardio. Imagine the smell in the bedroom. Come on, they think about that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're not thinking about it, she is.
Yes.
You gotta approach a woman a certain type of way. If you don't got the game for it, bruh, let me know. Give me her number. I'll dip out the friend zone before you even got there.
In Versace.
Oh man, it is okay.
I love
to put some
Versace.
females
That's
on.
my favorite. Oh my
If you
God.
don't understand why, let me tell
Yeah.
you why it is okay to put some females in the friend zone.
Yeah.
They don't know their place. I said it. I'm gonna say it again.
What'd you say?
Some females don't know their place. Some females want the cookie, the cake, and the ice cream. Some females want you to take them out for dinner and be in the friend zone and listening to the problems about the other dude. No.
Right.
I need you to be a little bit of petty, okay? Every man needs about a little bit of petty. And let me tell you when it is okay to be about a little bit of petty. If shorty hits you with the friend zone, oh, we just friends, I'm not in the mood for a relationship right now. Okay. Number one, I don't want to hear nothing about you and no other dude. I really don't. Unless you have a plan to be that dude that's going to be there in 2-3 months down the line, I don't want to hear nothing about no other dude. I'm going to tell you that off the rip. Then, if we friends and we go out to eat, boo-boo, we going Dutch. No, we friends. Friends don't eat off me. My homeboy ain't got it. I got my homeboy, you know what I'm saying? He need it right now. But if we on a date and I am not getting any snacks at the end of the night, you're not getting no dinner. Like, this is what I'm telling you. Nah, player, I had to work for this, so I could work for that. If I ain't gonna get that, you ain't getting this. Woman feels like you are so thirsty that she's gonna get it out of you, then bro, you just that thirsty dude. You ain't getting nothing. Because she already know she can get anything out of you she wants to because you thirsty for the ooch. The minute that she know, hey, this dude can step up and go get him another one. Now she got a little bit of act right about herself. Now she like, let me hold on to him and make sure he not looking at the waitress. But if she know you thirsty, she don't get you for everything. This just, yeah.
Yeah.
See, AP, I'm gonna just use you as an example.
That's
so
how
I'm just use you as an
it
example.
get done.
Let me and AP go on a date. First thing first, I promise you, as much time as I keep joking on the radio, y'all better know I'm gonna step to her a certain type of way. It's gonna be about $250 in my pocket just for the night. Just saying that off rip, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Then you know I done spent about an hour in the bathroom. I'm probably gonna jack a couple of colognes out of bone just to do a little sample test. You know what I'm saying? Which one is the right smells for that night?
Right.
But the entire time I'm there, wherever me and AP at, I'm joking with her. I'm smiling with her. I'm trying to make her laugh. If I can't make her laugh in public, she's not gonna make me smile in private.
Okay.
That's legit a rule.
Yeah.
Like when we used to be in the clubs, I used to have this thing where if I used to pop a bottle and a chick would swallow the bottle in public, I guarantee you, I knew what I was gonna make her do in the car before we got to the house. If you do it in public, you're gonna be down for it in private.
Okay.
So if I could make you smile in public, so that's the thing, and I want to keep eye contact. If you can make a woman feel sexy by the way you look at her, you have a better chance of holding her attention.
Yes.
Don't look at her tatas, even though they banging out that animalistic dress right now. I was just speaking in general. I wasn't speaking about.
We know this.
Right.
Right. That's the story I'm going with, and we gonna stick with it.
Go ahead, Jamari.
Look as best as you possibly can. But let her know that, hey, you look amazing tonight. Dude, I see and I tell you every week your hair looks good, but you're rocking it though. You let that woman know what her standard is to you. Now, every so often, grab you a little touch on her back, on her arm. Don't make it obvious. You gotta have the foreplay with it. If there's no foreplay, I promise you, in her mind, she already went, he ain't gonna last 10 minutes in this. That is not a good response if a woman can say that about you. So you gotta be able to make her feel like you're gonna listen and talk. You gotta get a little bit aggressive with them, just a little bit, to let them know you want what you want. If she went the whole night and she ain't touched your arm, ain't kind of brushed up against you none,
It's a problem.
you ain't getting it.
Yeah.
You're not. Oh yeah, cornballs. If it's the first 3 dates, do not try to kiss her with tongue. That's just stupid.
Right.
Keep your mouth closed. Kiss on the lips. Don't use your tongue. Not in the first 3 dates.
Quick, because again, we was going too deep. I don't know if that was just for the cornballs, but it's definitely for the people that want to understand about relationships, the problems that we having. I want to make sure everybody understand that it's dynamic. It's up to you.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to say a circumstance is just mine. I want to make sure we deliver it in a way that everybody can kind of receive it in a different way. AP got her way, definitely a female's point of view. My man, Craftmatic, spiritual, good brother, they can give it to you the smooth, charismatic way. And then me, I'm blunt. I don't give a damn. I'm going to give it to you in a way that you're going to either understand it, receive it, or you ain't going to get it. And you don't get it, it ain't my problem. Now, when I give it to you like this, you might feel like I'm being ignorant or just arrogant. No, it's not. It's about me being honest.
Yeah.
If I know me and I want to give it to you in a certain way and it's not for you, then guess what? It just didn't work out. But then I can be in that friend zone that we both can understand. But put me there because you want me to be a certain type of way and that's not me, then guess what? It just didn't work out. But we good. Have this dialogue. What happens is I want to give you the best, girl. I want to give you roses. I want to do. You don't know her. I don't like bringing something just because that's what you like, and you don't know me.
Right.
So if I don't like it, I'm just doing it for you. It's a one-way street, and it starts off wrong to me. How about I'm not into flowers because they die? What I'm trying to do is put you in a position where you won't die with me. I want to nourish you. I want to treasure you where we can blossom. But a dead flower can't do shit for you.
Right.
But that's what you used to.
Right.
That's why they ain't there now. They died out. And I'm your new life.
Right.
I'm your new soil. Grow with me.
Right.
And let's grow together.
Yeah.
Or play dead. Because I won't be with you. I'm just saying.
Right.
So have some fun. It's up to you. Relationships up to you. I'm just saying.
Wow.
That's why I got a lot of cologne. I want to make sure I smell good for you when you're going down the road.
I think that was a pretty good wrap up. We only got a few more minutes here, and we have attempted to dialogue tonight about the reason people break up and the screening process, and we had a lot of very interesting dialogue between. Ultimately, if somebody's cheated on you, if they don't respect you,
They're gonna do it again.
yeah. If they're not willing to make changes in how they manage their finances, if they're just takers, if they don't listen to you, yeah, it's time to get rid of them. It's time to fire them. And you know their heart. You know if they're good people. You know if they're keepers. But if you're doubting that they are a keeper, then that may be an opportunity for you to ask yourself, hey, do I really need to be here? Is this for my best interest? Am I really going to fulfill my personal needs and interpersonal needs with this person? And if I am not, because they won't stay faithful, because they just don't know how to build anything, and I'm trying to buy a home and take vacations and they keep blowing our money on nonsense, or if they just aren't listening to me, we're just not congruent, we're not understanding one another. They're not willing to understand me because they're so selfish or they're so self-absorbed or whatever. Yeah, it's time to break up. And some of those things that I just mentioned are I think, key elements that you look for in the screening process. Because past behavior equals future behavior, and that's just the way human behavior works. So people are showing you themselves early in the relationship, and if you don't take it for what it is, you're going to wind up being miserable by the very thing that you didn't speak up about.
That's very true.
So we just gotta be mindful.
Don't think. I'm gonna say this to the cornballs. I have gotten turned down. Believe it or not, all men get turned down. But I got turned down by one that actually gave me all types of rhythm. So just because you're doing everything right, don't mean you still won't get shut down.
There it is.
Because a woman's time frame is not going to be your time frame.
Right.
I'm talking Bone. We talking. She's sending me the pictures, Bone. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sending her some pictures, and we playing on the phone. And if you don't know what I mean, go to hell. We playing on the phone, and then the next day come up and shot an MIA.
Right.
My feelings wasn't hurt. It was just kind of like, I just got used. I feel so violated. It's part of the game, you know what I'm saying? It happens. She might just want you for the night. Women is most savage than men.
Yeah.
Right.
I promise you.
Yes.
So men, if you've never seen Deliverance from Eva, here's your homework. Deliverance from Eva.
Yes.
No, seriously.
Yes.
LL is a dude that I can relate to in that character. Every year he move around, he just don't know how to settle down. Finally get the girl, she all type of temperature. He working at it. It's the night of the dance, at the ball, the mayor's ball, and she is ready to go. And he said, nah, I respect you. I'm gonna take you home. She was mad, but if you don't know how player that really was, what he was really saying is, I gotta control the situation. If I just jump because you say so, pretty much that's what you're gonna think of me.
Right.
He had the manhood to say, not yet. Then went back to her house before she even knew it, knocked on the door, and he just took it. There's a certain level of swag about it. I ain't saying you gotta go Law and Order SVU.
Right.
What I am saying is, it's a way about talking to a woman. It's a way about saying no. It's a way about foreplay. If you don't give a woman foreplay, you ain't getting none.
Okay.
Learn how to turn a woman on mentally as well as physically, and it'll go a whole lot better for you.
Yeah.
But if you just looking to put it in before you even figured out what her middle name is, then by all means, you need to know that she expects you to do that with any other female that come around. Because you got no self-control.
Right.
You gotta learn how to tease that woman. My favorite thing to do. Some women hate that I do it. I enjoy it, I laugh, it makes me just crack up even all the more. I will get a woman to the X spot, in the room, ready to party, ready to go. I might just blow on it a little bit, just to see what the temperature like. And then go, damn, babe, I gotta get to work in the morning, I ain't even got time for this right now. Just hit her up with some type of excuse that says, I got another responsibility. If she says, no, baby, don't go, she wanted more than I do. If she go, babe, I understand, she got more restraint, so now you got to go. Because if she got more restraint than you, then bro, you ain't gonna get a second call back.
Yeah, and as soon as you leave, it's gonna be another phone number down.
Maintenance man.
There you go.
Light
I got a job for you.
Yeah,
Right.
I play that role
So
quite
you got
well.
to find a way to like give that foreplay that makes her go, I need him to stay or I want him to come back. If you don't, you're going to be stroking Jacquelina all night.
Hey, listen, we got to get ready to close up the show. I'd love to hear some parting words from Ms. AP on the subject. Breakups, makeups.
So yeah, I think
Trust you.
you know I I think that yeah, it was a great show. I think that yes, the primary, I guess the top four, my top 4 were we covered tonight, and that was either lack of communication, no communication. Money definitely is a factor, as well as infidelity and what was the other one? Oh, insecurity. Mine was insecurity.
Ooh.
Yeah, there are a lot of insecure people out there.
Yes, there
Now,
are.
when you say insecure, if a person addressed you in the right way, and this is one of the things I would encourage people to do, is get to know the person. So if I met you and I talked to you, you look, and I know that insecurity might not be you because you speak too confident. But I play on people where I don't go by confidence. I need to know you. And if there is some insecurities, most people have a wall because they'll never want to show. Get past the walls, you understand them better, and then we can address some issues.
Right.
Most people is out for self.
Right. That's
And that's what most women are looking for. Is it just my cookie or is it me? So when you find out what pushes them and what they really like, cookie comes with person. People don't want to know people, but you want to know a cookie. A cookie is just a term of what we want to say, just to make sure we keep it not light and fluffy for the world. But stop the cookie, learn the person. Because some of the things that we've been taught was being taught wrong. So let's get better. My thing, and I want to bring to a round table when it comes to relationship, know your partner. Take your time and know them in a way that they will respect each other. That means both of you will learn and grow. If you're in a relationship, a monogamous or not, and it's not a positive feed, if they don't do nothing for you, they don't encourage you, then why are you in it?
There you go.
That's something I want y'all to sit at the table right now. If you, I ain't gonna say if you're married, because that's a give and take. But if you in a monogamous relationship or if you just in a relationship, is that person feeding you positivity? Is he encouraging? Is he sending you messages of encouragement in the morning? Or just giving you something positive throughout the day or any day? Or is he just taking?
Right.
It gets to be obvious where you might be, regardless if it's monogamous. But my whole thing is, what do you look at yourself as? And that's where your base at. Quit basing it off of him. It's on you. If he's doing this, it's because you allow it. Let's hold people more accountable. Bar Talk with Jay. I want y'all to be happy, not miserable. That's up to you.
Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.